Well, we're live. We are live on this February the 2nd. Groundhog's Day. Groundhog's Day. I say, do say. Um, and I want to welcome everybody before we tell you what the groundhog seen or did not see. Oh my, it is warm, unseasonably warm in Michigan. Thank God, praise the Lord, for the homeless situation that's just out of control. It's out of control in the city of Flint, and it's. I need to get in my hat. Hold on, just one second. Don't go nowhere. I'm back. I'm back. Back in the saddle again. I'm gonna put this. It's hard looking at the camera and doing this. It's not easy. It's not easy being me. All right, now we're back. And we're back. And thinking about the old time shows when I was a youngster. I used to watch a French Canadian show back on. There used to be only channel 2, 4, 7, and 9. There was no cable, there was no internet. Back in the 60s and 70s, and there was a show coming out of Canada called Chez Helen. It's a French show, and I used to watch it. I couldn't understand. I was a kid, and I couldn't understand a word anyone was saying, but I love that show, Chez Helen. Remember anybody remember that? Anyone old as me? Chez Helen. Oh, I'm thinking of Tom, the talking turtle, coming out of Channel 9. Bill Kennedy Showtime at 1 o'clock. I'm telling you. Sometime I would be sick. Yeah, right. And stay home just to watch Bill Kennedy Showtime. All the great ones are gone. The Purple Moose. There's just so many good shows. Captain Jolly, Captain Kangaroo, Bozo the Clown. Oh my goodness, the shows, the memories. Kids today don't know. They got all this animation and AI, and they don't know the good old times. Melky the Clown. Oh, what great things for kids back in my day. Um, Melky the Clown. There's so many. Sky King on Saturday morning. Sky King. I used to love to watch that. He was a cowboy, but he rode an airplane instead of a horse. Oh, I remember the good old days. The good old days. Romper Room. Um, oh, somebody help me out. Um, like I said, there was only 2, 4, 7, and Channel 9. All the good shows came off at Channel 9. Um, oh my goodness. When I'm talking about cartoons, they were different back then, different than they are today. More realistic. When somebody walked by in a cartoon, you could see their shadow, kind of like the groundhog. It was more artistic and detailed. The stuff, the cartoons the kids have today, like something Hunter Biden would have drawn. No detail, it's terrible, unrealistic. But oh my! But anyway, just relapsing back to my childhood on this Friday morning. There you are. Good morning, Miss Kimmy. Good morning. I'm talking about the old, way back in the day. Well, I don't know about Texas, but Michigan had channel 2, 4, 7, and 9, and I was watching all the kids shows back then. Milky the Clown, and my UCAM thing just popped up. That's strange. That's strange. Why did that pop up? But all the good old shows that came out of Kelly and Company on Channel 7. Kelly and Company. Oh my goodness. Of course, sometime I would pretend I was sick to stay home to watch some of these shows, you know. But my goodness. Now, why did that pop up? I don't know why that popped up. That is really strange. Let me see. Let me play around with some. Let's do live chat. Let's do all chat. Hold on. No, do live chat. Okay, I'm getting sidetracked with all the little things popping up. But my, it's we had 1154. Oh wow. Okay, a little bit different. A little bit different. I remember at 11 o'clock, the news would come on. I think it was Channel 7 in Michigan, and they would say, "It's 11 o'clock p.m. Do you know where your children are?" Oh my. Oh, Detroit Dragway. Sunday night at Detroit Dragway. My grandma's landlord was, I can't think of his first name, last name Westerdale. And his son, Tommy Westerdale, was a race car driver. So we would hear Sunday, Detroit Dragway, Tommy Westerdale. I remember, oh my goodness, the old days, going back, going back to the old days. Well, the groundhog did not see Taylor Swift. I mean, did not say, "Hey, Christian Soldier, good morning. Good morning. Onward, Christian Soldier." The groundhog did not see Taylor Swift. I mean, did not see his shadow today. So I guess we're going to have an early spring. An early spring. I tell you, I'm going to put on my accents now. Okay, Miss Kimmy, I'm going to put on my accents. And I'm going to talk like this for just a minute. No, I'm joking. Okay. I used to do different accents. When I was a kid, I tried to do impressions of people that were on television or in politics. And Rich Little was kind of like, I used to love watching him. He would do impersonations of different people. So I'd sit there with my brother and he'd help me and I would do these impersonations. I can't do them anymore. Oh my, with different accents. And it was funny. But I want to know what happened to the trucker convoy uh, at the border. What happened? We have a engineered spring, probably. Something is weird going on. It's going to be in the 40s and 50s here in Michigan, pushing 60 next week. That's kind of strange for February. Christian Soldier, February should be really cold. The coldest month of the year. And here it is shirt sleeve weather. But I don't know. This trucker convoy, I don't believe anything happened. You know, there are a lot of conspiracies going around, and people, like we were talking yesterday, that monetize YouTube. Mine's not monetized. I don't make any money off of YouTube because you don't ever see any commercials popping up, right? But these YouTubers make a fortune off of, like, they're like fishing, and they put a catchy title up there to catch you, and then they lure you in. And the more people that view, the more money they make. But they got to make it really hyped up and interesting. So they blow all of this out of proportion. I saw a video that truckers are in a small town in Texas. Yeah, but it's over now. That was yesterday. Am I right, Kimmy? It's done with. But what I'm saying is these YouTubers are using film footage from 2022 of the trucker protest. It had nothing to do with yesterday. But the big conspiracy right now is that it's a setup. That they went along the border, Kimmy, and they cut holes in the fence so the feds could how do you say that? Infiltrate. Oh my, it's too early. And only one cup of coffee. So the feds could do another January 6th and infiltrate the people at the rally, and it would be another January 6th. That didn't happen that I know of. I understand the truckers made it to, like you said, a small, I forget the name of the place. And Ted Nugent, like you said, and some people there. But as far as I know, no one got arrested. It wasn't a January 6th scenario. But I've got people just sending me and hitting me up on Facebook Messenger, YouTube after YouTube video that I don't have time to watch. And it's all hyped. You know what I mean? And the million view count. And I don't think anything like January 6th happened. They didn't storm the border. They didn't even come close to the border. Those holes, Biden had them cut the holes in the border fence going on 3 years ago after Trump left office. And a lot of it's the unfinished wall. But Kimmy, you're right there, so you probably can enlighten us all. But that's what I don't understand. I try to tell the truth on here and nobody tunes in because they really don't want the truth. They want me to come on and say, well, you know what? It was another January 6th or FBI dressed in trucker attire. They had trucker hats on. And they had bibbed overalls on. And they were pretending to mix in with the crowd. And the truckers didn't know what to do because one of the FBI agents, they jumped in the cab and they drove and busted through the wall. And then they were all arrested. They're all in prison. All the truckers are in prison. That didn't happen. Quit believing the garbage on YouTube. But of course, I'm not going to get 10,000 people in this because I'm not telling you. If I was telling you that it was a setup, a con job on these poor truckers. And the January 6th committee, they sent in Secret Service with their badges tucked inside. I took my badge and they crisis actors pretended to be truckers. If I would tell you that, this room right now would be overflowed. Google couldn't keep up with the amount of crowd. But since I'm telling you the truth that nothing happened, nobody's gonna watch. The Christians today, rather than keeping their lamps full and being ready for when that trumpet sounds, they're ready, all right. They're ready for Paul Begley. I mean, they're ready to be on the edge of their seat. What's coming next? You know, they want the world to end. They want chaos. My brothers and sisters want death and gloom and doom and destruction. Kimmy, you know that from your YouTube. If you can't report out gloom and doom, they don't want to watch. They're not watching for Jesus. They're watching for the next comet. They're waiting for the moon to explode. They're waiting for radioactive waves of energy to come in and kill us all. That's what they're waiting. That's all they care about. They don't care about nothing else. But I want to do a big shout out to someone that knows who they are. They're not. I don't see them in the room right now, but with a precious gift to our ministry yesterday. So I want to thank them. The truth is a bitter pill. Kimmy, we take a lot of medicine, you and I, but we don't take that bitter pill because we already know the truth. We've already swallowed that pill and we try to preach the truth. That's what we're supposed to do. But the devil doesn't like the truth. He gets mad. He wants everyone to look at Christians like they're Looney Tunes. Looney Tunes. It's like Christians got to bust out of that circle. That's all, folks. That's what they want, you know. Phoenix, Arizona. Is that you calling me, Kimmy? From Arizona? Oh, no, you're in Texas. Um, so I'm going to let that ring. That's not you, right, Kimmy Caller? I'm going to just, because we're live. I don't want to take phone calls. I get phone calls all day. I get people all day that send me PayPal money requests. I don't know who they are. Um, I can't take care of the people in our, hey, Rob, I can't take care of the people in our own areas, Detroit and Flint, because we're not getting in the offerings. We were talking about that on Facebook today. Um, so I get these um, PayPal requests for money, and I think they watch the video or they see the PayPal links, and then I don't know if it's a scam or not. If I wanted to help them, I couldn't. If I wanted to help them, I couldn't. Just like we all need to pray for Sister Avis. I got to call her today. She's dealing with a lot. And I can't help her because we don't have anything coming in. And I don't know what to do. It's like my hands are tied. I can't pay my own bills. I'm going to get kicked off of my Medicare supplement, Priority Health. I owe them $600. I can't pay my own bills. I can't get my own prescriptions filled. Let alone help anybody because it's not coming in. Oh, it feels terrible. And what can I do? I don't know what to do but pray. We're not the ministry of, you know, I have been helping the homeless. This homeless ministry, or backpacks for the homeless, that we started in 2009. My wife today reminded me, this ministry kicked off in 2009. So we've been at this a long time, and I know exactly what to do. And I made a post on Facebook today, and someone said, "Don't take a camera. Don't put that camera. Don't exploit them homeless. You got to stop doing that." A lot of them don't want their picture taken, but what I do is I get their permission first. A lot of them want to tell a testimony, like Anthony. I seen him in a video someone else did on YouTube. Last year, they found him off of Center Road, and he's still homeless. I believe in the winter he goes to he hitchhikes to Texas. But I always get their. Oh, I know. I know. I'm not even worried, Kimmy. I'm not even worried about that. I'm worried about you. I'm not worried about you giving. I'm worried about wishing I could give to you. But I always ask if it's okay to film you. I don't just randomly put everybody on the spot. Let them want to tell their testimony. Like Anthony, his whole testimony about getting blinded and being in the Marines, and loving the Lord. So many love the Lord so much they wanna tell their story how they became homeless. So I don't force a camera in their face. But what I did after being sick, Christy kind of told me just don't do it anymore. But if I don't, nobody gives. If I go out today, I got some snacks to hand out and things. If I take that camera and I just plop everybody I see on camera, um, the offerings will start pouring in. They'll pour in. But if you watch Pastor Dave and you don't see me on a video out in Flint or Detroit or on 8 Mile, you don't give. It's like the atheist that doesn't see. I can't see God. You mean that invisible man in the sky? I don't believe because I can't see him. I can't touch him. I can't feel him. I can't smell him. And that's how our born again Christians are today. More important things than thy brother, thy sister in need. They forget about the parable of the sheep and the goats. That when that person was hungry, you fed Jesus. You didn't just feed them, you fed. They don't think about that. They think about, like we were talking about, the big truck convoy. It's going to be FBI agents. They're coming in and they're hiding their badges, and it's going to be another January 6th. And that's all they think about. They don't care that there's a former Army veteran that is half starved to death with his dog with the ribs sticking out. They don't care unless they see it, unless you stick a camera in their face. I dealt with that yesterday. The dog is so skinny. We get that for our dogs. It comes. It comes UPS. What is it? Chewy. I can't think this morning. So I took half of the bag of Chewy. My wife is going to kill me, and I took it for that dog. Plus, we had an offering from Anonymous, so I was able to take care of. We used to be able to put them in hotels. Nobody gives anymore. Nobody gives because I'm not taking my camera out. But that's what the state of the world is today. That it's all hype. It's all end of the world. It's all this is happening, and the banks are going to collapse, and it's all the catch bait. Like I said, they put the lure out there in their title, and then they reel you in. They make big money. They make big money off of your views. So if they can just totally put you in hypnosis and get you to watch, and they get thousands of views, they're making a bundle on YouTube. Like all of the conspiracy about the stock market, blah blah blah, world and none of it's true. Like the Trump, it's just to get your money. The devil wants you to give them money because they don't have a ministry. So give them money. They don't really have an outreach, but they want your money because they're telling you that World War III, we're on the brink of World War III, and it's gonna happen. But yeah, get out of their own box, right, Mary? Get out of their own little box. It's just the world we're living in today. Do you think God is happy with all of this nonsense? With all of the nonsense on YouTube, the monetizing and throwing your money to people that don't do anything with it, but go broadly, do their YouTube video and say, thank you, Jesus, praise the Lord, and then hit the bar stool. When here I got chips to pass out, but now thankfully we had a donation yesterday. I can actually get a couple cases of water and some food to go along with their snack. But it takes a lot, it takes a lot. Then I did that post. I'm putting a call out to anyone in the Detroit area, the Flint area, Bay City, Holly, Michigan. We need volunteers. We need volunteers to go out with us every weekend. I go out every day, but on Saturday and Sunday, one day or both days, I will pick you up and we will go help the homeless. The need is so great, I can't handle it on my own. But since I haven't been taking my camera, nobody's giving. So we need volunteers to pass out all of the nothing that we don't have because nobody gives a hoot about the poor anymore. Yeah, you're right. So I put that call out. Then I got bye, sweetheart. I gotta let mine out too in a minute here. Bye, Kimmy. But I forgot what I was gonna say. But anyway, I can't understand this world. We can't talking about the border and the trucker thing. And Kimmy lives in Texas. Biden can't do an executive order like he did to open the border. He just undid everything that Trump did. He can't do an executive order on his own and shut that border down. Of course he can. But he can write an executive order for the United States to condemn the Israel people that are living near Palestine, to put the hammer down on them. It's none of our business. Benjamin Netanyahu is in charge. and it was an atrocity what happened to the Jewish people. There is no two-state. There's no two-state anything. It all belongs to God's Israel. There is no Palestinian anything. Get out of here. Nobody wants you, Palestine. They don't want you in Jordan. They don't want you in Egypt. Israel was the only place kind enough to let you stay, and you slaughtered their people. Get out. You're evicted. Get out. There's your protest with your Palestinian flag. But what does Biden do? He caves to Rashida Tlaib. He caves to the bald-headed one. What's her name? And he caves to the big mouth donkey face. I can't even think of their names now. The Squad. And he tries to tell Israel what's going to happen. And Benjamin Netanyahu is like, who you know what He-double toothpicks are you? Joe Biden. So it's just hilarious all that's going on in the world today. But I love you guys, and I'm going to get my day started here. And I will be back. I'll be back. And I just want you to know I pray for all of you. I pray for you all. You're always in my heart and always on my mind. God bless.